Michael Dax, New Mexico representative for Defenders of Wildlife. I'm up here in Taos, New Mexico today on the Carson National Forest, where we're going to be putting out some trail cameras with the Forest Service on a section of road where DOT recently put up a new fence. It is a 5-strand barbed wire fence, and we've been talking with the Forest Service and with DOT about retrofitting that fence to be more wildlife friendly. Probably 4 strands with a smooth wire on the bottom to better allow elk calves and deer fawns to cross under, as well as bears and other critters as well. So today we're going to be putting out trail cams to get a better sense of where animals are crossing on this 2-mile section of road. So here's the fence in question. You could see 5 strands, and then it gets narrow at the bottom, the spacing between it, with only probably about 12 inches from the ground for wildlife to get through. That's not enough. So right here we have a section of fence that has clearly been beat up a little bit, most likely from elk or other animals crossing. So this will be a good spot to set up a camera to see what's using it. Our second camera set up here on a section of fence, and this tree is actually a tree that's been rubbed significantly by elk. You can see that right here. So it seems like a good spot to place a camera. You can see the road right there. So hopefully we'll be able to get some good images here. Alright, we have our final camera set up here. And we set it up pointing at this section where you have the new 5-strand fence and the old 4-strand fence. And that way we can hopefully get an idea of whether or not wildlife is preferring to use that 4-strand fence. So this could be kind of an interesting control camera to see how the animals are using different sections of fence. So we set up 3 trail cameras and came back a couple weeks later to check on the results. Through the pictures we got, we saw that some elk and deer were coming up to the fence line, and instead of crossing, they were traveling along the fence line, which definitely tells us that the fence is serving as a barrier and preventing the free movement of those species. Going forward, we're going to work with the Carson National Forest, DOT, and New Mexico Game and Fish to discuss more long-term solutions about how and where we're putting up fences in ways that will keep cattle off the road, but allow wildlife, elk, deer, bears, and other species to be able to make it through.